Okay, so have you ever noticed how, like, a little thing can happen in a big industry?
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, that's a sign of something much bigger going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
Like a ripple effect.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what's going on in the beverage industry right now. And it's something I think you'll find really interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, what we choose to drink, the way we hydrate,
Uh-huh.
it's changing so fast these days, and this is a perfect example of that,
So we're talking about PepsiCo.
right?
PepsiCo, the soda giant,
Huge.
they just dropped a whopping $1.95 billion to buy Poppi.
Wow, yeah. It's a big move for sure.
Yeah.
And I think it really shows us where they think the future of beverages is headed.
Right, and that's exactly what we want to unpack in this deep dive. We'll
Yeah.
look at why this deal happened and what it means for, what we'll all be sipping on in the years to come.
For sure. Yeah.
So first off, $1.95 billion.
It's big money.
Huge.
Huge.
This isn't just some rumor either. The Economic Times confirmed it, so this is a done deal.
Wow, that's a serious investment. It just shows how much they believe in Poppi's success and its potential in this, this new world of beverages.
Right. And speaking of that new world,
Yeah.
for those of us who might not be, totally up on the latest beverage trends,
Yeah.
what exactly are functional beverages?
Well, you've got your regular drinks, just your basic beverages,
Okay.
and they quench your thirst. But functional beverages, they take it a step further.
Okay.
They've got stuff added to them like vitamins, minerals, probiotics, prebiotics.
No.
Things that are supposed to give you health benefits beyond just hydration.
So it's like your drink is doing double duty.
Exactly, yeah.
It's hydrating you, but it's also giving you, maybe an immunity boost or helping your gut health or something.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. Like a 2-for-1 deal.
Okay. And are people actually buying into this? I mean, are functional beverages really that popular?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. More and more people are really paying attention to what they're putting in their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking for products that, match their health goals.
Mm-hmm.
And functional beverages are kind of riding that wave.
And that's where Poppi comes in, right?
Yeah.
With their prebiotic sodas, they seem to be like right at the forefront of this whole thing.
Yeah, they're definitely leading the charge when it comes to this trend.
So what's Poppi's secret? How have they managed to stand out in this, increasingly crowded space?
I think it's really clever what they've done.
Yeah.
They've taken something that people love, soda, the fizz, the flavor,
Mm-hmm.
and they've combined it with ingredients that are seen as really healthy, like apple cider vinegar
Right.
and prebiotics. It's like a way to make a traditionally indulgent drink appeal to people who are really into their health.
So you get that classic soda satisfaction,
Yeah,
but with a little bonus for your gut.
exactly. It's like a win-win situation.
So it seems like they've really tapped into a specific market, too.
Oh, yeah. Definitely millennials and Gen Z. They're all about Poppi.
Why is that?
I think it's a few things.
Mm-hmm.
The lower sugar content is a big draw,
Uh-huh.
and the whole gut health thing is huge right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think they've just done a great job with their branding. It's fun, it's modern, it's what those demographics are looking for.
It's really impressive how they've managed to break through, especially in an industry that's, dominated by these huge established players.
It is. They've really found a way to meet a need that wasn't being addressed,
Yeah.
and they've communicated that really effectively.
Okay, so we've got a successful company.
Yep.
In a rapidly growing market.
Oh, wow.
Now, the question is, why would PepsiCo, a company with, a massive portfolio already,
Yeah.
shell out almost $2 billion for Poppi?
Right. I mean, it's got to be strategic. Right?
It has to be.
Yeah.
Let's dig into the reasons behind PepsiCo's decision.
Absolutely. So the sources all point to this being a really significant move for PepsiCo, and I completely agree.
Okay.
It shows how serious they are about becoming a major player in the health-focused beverage market. And, I mean, when you consider the numbers, it makes sense.
What number?
The global functional beverage market is projected to hit $275 billion by 2030.
Whoa.
That's a huge opportunity.
Yeah, $275 billion by 2030.
That puts that $1.95 billion investment in perspective, right?
It does. So what are the main reasons behind this acquisition?
Well, first off, portfolio diversification.
Okay.
PepsiCo is known for soda, right?
Right.
Pepsi, Mountain Dew.
Oh, the classics.
Exactly.
Rare.
But consumer tastes are changing.
Uh-huh.
People are more health conscious.
Right.
So PepsiCo needs to adapt. Acquiring Poppi gives them a foothold in this fast-growing category of healthier beverages.
So it's like they're hedging their bets a little bit.
Exactly.
They're recognizing that the soda market might not be as strong in the future,
Right.
and they're getting ahead of the curve by investing in something new.
Exactly. It's like they're planting their flag in new territory.
Okay, so diversification is one reason.
What else?
Gut health.
Ah, yes.
Everyone's talking about gut health these days, right?
All the rage.
Yeah, it's become this mainstream health concern.
And Poppi, with its prebiotics and apple cider vinegar, is perfectly positioned to capitalize on that trend.
Makes sense. So they're tapping into this growing awareness of the importance of gut health.
Precisely. And then there's the appeal to younger consumers.
Uh-huh. Millennials and Gen Z.
Exactly. They're a huge market.
Yeah.
And Poppi has done a really good job of connecting with them.
How so?
Well, their branding is very modern and vibrant.
Okay.
They've got a strong social media presence. They're speaking the language of these younger demographics.
Right, so PepsiCo gets access to this valuable customer base.
Exactly. It's a win-win for both companies.
Yeah.
And then finally, there's PepsiCo's global reach.
Right, they're everywhere.
Exactly. They've got this massive distribution network that Poppi could never have built on its own.
So this acquisition could really launch Poppi onto the world stage.
Exactly. Poppi's been successful in the U.S., but with PepsiCo's help, they could be selling their drinks all over the world.
Wow. Okay, so this is obviously a big deal for PepsiCo and Poppi.
Yeah.
But what about the wider beverage industry? What does this tell us about what's happening in the market as a whole?
I think this is a wake-up call for the whole industry. It's a sign that health and wellness are no longer just niche markets.
Right.
They're the future.
Hmm.
And traditional soda companies need to adapt or risk being left behind.
So we could see a whole bunch of similar acquisitions?
It's very possible.
Yeah.
Other big players are going to be looking at this deal and thinking, okay, we need to make a move.
Right. They don't want to be left in the dust.
Exactly.
It's interesting, though, because for these smaller, successful brands like Poppi,
Yeah,
it's a bit of a double-edged sword.
totally. On one hand, you've got the resources and the reach of a giant like PepsiCo,
Right.
which could help them grow exponentially.
Right.
But there's always the risk that they lose what made them special in the first place.
Right. That authenticity that made them so appealing to consumers in the first place.
Exactly. PepsiCo needs to be careful to maintain Poppi's unique brand identity.
If they start messing with the formula too much, or changing the branding too much, they
Right.
could alienate Poppi's loyal fans.
Exactly. It's a delicate balance. So looking ahead,
Yeah.
this feels like a major turning point for PepsiCo.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just tweaking their strategy. They're making a major investment in a market that's about to explode.
They're betting big on the future of functional beverages.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see how their competitors respond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we going to see more acquisitions, more partnerships, or are companies going to try to develop their own functional beverages in-house?
Right. It's going to be fascinating to watch it all play out. I think one thing is clear, though. Functional beverages are here to stay.
They're not just a fad?
They're a fundamental shift in how people think about beverages.
Yeah.
And PepsiCo's acquisition of Poppi just proves that.
So for you listening at home,
Yeah.
the takeaway here is that this isn't just about PepsiCo buying a soda brand.
It's much bigger than that.
It's about the functional beverage market becoming a major force in the industry. Exactly. It's about consumers demanding healthier options and companies responding to that demand.
And it makes you think about your own choices as a consumer.
Right.
What are you reaching for when you're thirsty?
And how might these big industry shifts affect what's available on the shelves in the future?
It's definitely something to consider. And here's one last thought to leave you with.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about gut health,
Uh-huh.
but what other functional benefits might we see incorporated into beverages in the future?
Oh, that's a good question.
What about drinks that boost your energy or improve your focus?
Interesting.
Or drinks that help you sleep better?
Yeah,
The possibilities are really endless.
they are.
And it'll be fascinating to see how these big companies continue to shape this market.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having me.
This has been The Deep Dive.
The Deep Dive.
Until next time.
See you later.